Hi guys. Hello. Lights in my face. Hi everyone. It's very well lit in here today. What's going on? Hi guys. Hi Hannah. Hi Brianna. Hi Cake Lover. Hi Roxette. Hi Brittany. I just emailed darling. Hi Nita. Hi Hannah. Hi Maria. Hi guys. Hi Barbara. Hi Brandon. Hi Yvonne. Hi guys. I can see questions already. Can you give me an affirmation? Oh, I'm only seeing top chat. Hang on. Let me see all chat. Live chat. Oh, that's better. Now I can see everyone's. Can you give me an affirmation about my SP to live with me, move out of where he is and who he is with? Just imagine yourself living together, darling. We love living together. He loves living with me. Living with me is the best thing that's ever happened to him. He wakes up every day blissfully, happily in bed with me. Okay, imagine he's in bed with you already every morning. Wake up every morning as if he's already there, darling. Falling asleep every night as if he's there with his arms wrapped around you. Seriously. Write a little scripted story about the day you moved in. Oh my God, I've been waiting for her to go live on TikTok. Glad to call her here live. Oh, sorry, guys. YouTube Tuesdays now. Saw my SP talking to another girl on social media. Does this mean I still have fears about not being chosen? Or why did you even look? The fact that you were checking or that you noticed it means you're worried. Yes. Yes. Please work on the not chosen shit. And stop looking on vacation and get a live. Oh, these are on vacation. Hi, sorry, I have quite a few questions. How do we know if we're obsessing over SP or just thinking about them a lot by living in the end? Look, obsessive means you're kind of in a fearful state. We're just living in the end is living in the end. What the fuck is my dog doing? Sorry about all that noise. Fear is associated with obsession, darling. You feeling fearful, like you have to affirm, otherwise they're going to disappear. That's obsession. If you're doing it from a place of non-fear, like, he's with me. He loves having his arms wrapped around me every morning. It feels so good. That's different. That's not obsession. That's living in the end. Hannah, Loz, did you affirm for us to be obsessed with you? Because it's 3 a.m. and I'm in bed and I don't want to miss the live. No, darling, I didn't. I did not use the word obsessed. All I said when I started the account the first week was, I'm everyone's favorite manifestation TikToker. That was it. Thank you. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Hi, you're awesome. Oh, can you please help? I've never met him and I want him to commit to me and get a job near where I live. I've been separate countries for 4 years now. Okay, don't worry about the separate countries. Don't worry about the fact that he doesn't live where you live. That's just a circumstance, and circumstances don't matter. I know you probably heard that a million times before, but if you imagine in your mind that you're together, just together, okay, however that comes about will come about, whether you move to his country or he moves to you. But if you really want him to move to you and live where you live, imagine him living there. Imagine a scene where he arrives, or a scene where you've been living together a year, or you go and get a new apartment together, or you're telling a friend over the phone, you won't believe it, he's moving here, he's just moved, or I just picked him up at the airport, you won't believe it, it's finally happened. Like as if it's already happened. That would be better. Not he's moving, but he's moved. Loz, in fact, I've been listening to your sleep affirmation for 5 days now, and it's been 5 days as well that I've been vividly dreaming about 2 SPs. I have a few questions as well. Hope you notice. Oh, wonderful, Roxette. You've been dreaming about your SPs because of the affirmation tape. Wonderful. I actually just adjusted the music in the affirmation tape I'm putting in tomorrow, the anxiety one. It's not a sleep one. It goes for 11 minutes, but it's good for quelling your anxiety. And I brought the music volume down quite a bit because quite a few people were saying that music was too loud. So you'll have to let me know, guys, tomorrow. Hi, guys. Hi. Yes, Roxette, put your questions. Oh, a whole lot just popped up. Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's 90 people here all of a sudden. Wait a minute. Wait. Do you absolutely need to drop the old story or just see SP in a positive light differently? Look, if you can't drop the old story and you just want to see them in a positive light, go ahead. But it's just when it triggers you later that's the problem. You can't drop it. Fine. But are you sure you're not going to get triggered later? Can't fall asleep to any sleep meditations. Is it okay to listen to during the daytime? Yes, darling, that's fine. Hey, Loz, stayed up for this. Yay, darling. And Alma, what was the question you had to me about telepathy? How does telepathy work? It's literally how manifestation works. You were asking that in the last live comments. Telepathy is simply how manifestation actually works. We are all one, right? We're all one consciousness. We're all linked as one consciousness, okay, like source energy or whatever you want to call it. We're all linked. Because we're all linked, they hear, feel, experience, understand what you're thinking through telepathically sending thought out constantly. Your subconscious is linked to other people's subconscious. We're all one consciousness. And that's how you manifest everything in the first place. So people reflect your thinking constantly, like a mirror in their mind, mirror in yours, or a radio station. You're the head radio station and they're the receiving set. Okay? And that's simply how it works. That's why they start thinking that you don't, they start pulling away when you think they're pulling away. They start falling out of love with you when you think they are. They didn't do it first. Your thought did it first. You're the instigator. You're the chicken. They're the egg, right? It's always the thought first. Does that make sense? If you don't understand, I did do a video on how thought reflection works. The first video I posted the other day with the pink heading, and it says, you're manifesting all day. Thought transmission or thought reflection. Hi from New Jersey. Oh! I wrote and burnt the old story about SP getting angry with me. Now how do I get him to talk to me again, please? Well, just imagine he's completely forgiven and forgotten it, darling. It's death to that old story. You've completely buried it. So why wouldn't he talk to you? So start saying things like, we're so blissfully happy together. He loves talking to me. He talks to me every day. He can't go a day without talking to me. When he's at work, he has to text me. Imagine you're back together and imagine he's contacting you all the time. Live in the end of being together, darling. Hi, Loz. There are several things I want to manifest. New SP, money, weight loss, etc. Can I affirm for more than one thing? Absolutely. Or do I have to tackle? No. To have little sections of affirmations. These are your weight loss ones. These are your SP ones. These are your money ones. Do them different times of the day, darling. Or you can say big generalization things like, my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. I have the car, the house, the relationship I want, if you want. But I would also do affirmations for each. Morning, gorgeous Loz. Oh, Kristen. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Nicole. Hi, I just started following you. Yay! Heaps to learn from you, and I love your no-nonsense approach. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, I manifested someone to give me ribbon, and today I found a ribbon on the floor. Oh, you did that, darling. What if you have multiple SPs but want attention and love from both? Oh, darling, you can have two. It really doesn't matter. Okay? It won't matter, and then later you'll decide which one you want, unless you just want to be like that for the rest of your life with two SPs. Okay, it's up to you. Won't make any difference. Just affirm for them both. Yay, caught you live, yes? Hey, Queen. Ah, hi, guys. Feeling kind of lost. Everything feels like it's going downhill. Created this, obviously, but what to do if you get out of a slump like this? Look, guys, sometimes a slump will happen and you've just got to roll with it, okay? You've just got to not allow yourself to just fall into this huge, big slump heap and just stay there. Okay, so feel the feelings you're feeling about the slump. Feel the feelings you're feeling. Get the sadness out. Have a big fucking cry. But don't dwell there forever. I want you to get the feelings out. Don't try to bury them away, but then get back on your affirmations as soon as you can, okay? This too shall pass. That's what it means. How to practice telepathy better. I want to make it fun. Okay, well, that's what I was saying. So practicing telepathy better is sending out the thought that you want to send out, just stopping the shitty thoughts and sending out the thoughts you want. They can't stop thinking about me. They masturbate me about me furiously all day. They're obsessed with me now. They're fun thoughts. Send those out. You know what I mean? Just the thoughts you want to send out, not the opposite ones. Manifested a high-paying job in less than a month. Anything is possible. SB's next. Oh, Alice, congratulations. In less than a month. Is it okay to add new affirmations while manifesting something? Yes, guys, go ahead. Just don't change it up so completely that your brain's like, oh, I thought we were perfect. Now we're something else. Hey, Loz. Hi, Miss Chrissy, babe. Today, my friend told me she was getting food from a restaurant, SP, and I talked about it in our first date. Birth Lady. Yes, darling, absolutely. I wasn't invited to my first cousin's engagement, and I just laughed. Not sure if it was good or am I still feeling not chosen. Well, if you got affected by it, probably feeling not chosen. Sometimes you don't even want to be invited somewhere, but then you don't get invited and then you get affected. You think, well, shit, I didn't want to go, but you didn't even bloody invite me, and that's your feeling not chosen. Hi, everyone. I love these YouTube lives. It's such a great quality compared to Facebook and TikTok. That's what everyone's saying. How weird. Hey, Loz, what's your thought on angel numbers? It's just reticular activating system working, darling. Your reticular activating system, which is a system in your mind that can't take, it filters out information that's important. Okay, and only focuses on the important information. Otherwise, your brain would be overwhelmed by every single thing it sees all day long. So say you went outside right now and your brain had to notice every leaf on every tree, plus every car in the street, plus every person, plus every sound. It can't. It has to filter out just the important things, right? So that's what reticular activating systems are. That's how it works. And that's why you'll notice negative things all the time if you're in a negative mindset. And you'll notice positive things all the time in a positive mindset. And if you're trying to affirm for numbers or manifest numbers, or you're thinking of numbers, you will notice the numbers. And then you will notice the numbers like 11, 11, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or whatever, because you're starting to focus on them, or you think about them, then your brain thinks, oh, this is important, 11, 11. So we're going to make her head turn and notice 11, 11 when the clock's 11, 11. Or it's just going to notice it when it happens rather than think it's nothing. I don't know if it makes your head turn, but you know what I mean? Well, I guess you manifest looking at it. But you can give it the meaning the angel's looking out for you, or it's birds for land, or whatever you want to give it the meaning of, darling, the angel number. Good morning from the Philippines. Oh, hello. Loz, 3 years ago, they stole my grandfather's inheritance, 35K from me and sisters and 75K from my mum. Oh, what would you recommend I affirm? It was my grandfather's other son. Oh, my God, darling. That's awful. Okay, so I would imagine that you get all that money back and you're having a party celebrating it with your mum and the rest of your family that aren't that guy, okay, celebrating the fact you got the money back. Oh, my God, such a relief. Or buying a house with that money, or seeing the money back in your bank account, or celebrating a court case where you got the money back because you took him to court. Okay, something where it's celebratory, where you got it back. Imagine having it back. We get all the money that's owed to us. We have our full inheritance now. We love how this all worked out. It all worked out. We have our full inheritance now. Of course we have our full inheritance now. We have it all back. Justice has been served. Things like that, darling. Affirm those things as well. Love yours. Oh, Mildred, thank you. I manifested him back and he's conformed, but old third party says she's pregnant. I affirm that she isn't. Oh, darling. Bitches will make up all kind of fucking stories to get him back. Just imagine that's a fucking lie. Just be like, that bitch is a lying little shit. She knows full well it's not his baby. She's making up stories. She's making up stories. That's just a made up lie, and he knows it is and she knows it is. Just imagine it's a lie, darling. Imagine she's so desperate to get him back she's just making up shit. It doesn't exist. Just throw it away. Just be like, whatever, bitch. Because the last thing he's going to want is that either. Neglected as a child, abandoned by my grandma, abused physically and emotionally throughout my life, and now SP has gone no contact. Help, please. Oh, no, darling. Okay. So if you were neglected as a child, abandoned, abused physically and emotionally, okay. So, darling, you're going to literally anticipate hurt for the rest of your life during relationships because you were hurt as a child very badly. All right, darling? And that's not your fault. But you will anticipate someone hurting you. You're going to always wait for the other shoe to drop or for them to abandon you. And then they do. That's all that is. All right. So all that person is now doing, that SP, is reflecting your abandonment fears and your fears of getting hurt by someone who loves you. Okay. So I want you to start imagining they're back with you. Okay. And saying things like, I trust the people I love with my heart. I know they're never going to hurt me. I trust them now. No one would dare leave me. I am too important to lose. I am too important to them. I get all the love I need now. Go and watch all my lives, darling, if you're really lost. Found you via Manifesting Kimberly. Oh, yay. Even joined TikTok to view your content and have binged you the last week. Oh, wonderful. Totally get what you're saying. Childhood traumas, etc. Old story, 3D and mirror. Wonderful, Lisa. Where's the rest of this? Old story areas are severe abuse, abandonment, money. I've identified the whys and wherefores. I know I need a new story. Working on it, but I'm 60. Doesn't matter, darling. Who cares? My old story runs deep. Advice, oh, join the club. Advice for how to not feel like such a mess through this process. Been working on it for a year. Wonderful, darling. Look, it takes time when you've had however many years of stuff. Don't imagine that's going to just disappear overnight. I mean, you can try and imagine that, but, you know, like, don't beat yourself up is what I'm saying. You can imagine it goes away overnight, but don't beat yourself up. So, darling, honestly, severe abuse, abandonment, blah, blah, blah. I just want you to go and write it all out, every bit of the old story as much as you can, and go and burn that shit. Did you say you did that? No. Okay, so write it all down, go and burn it all. Then I either want you to write the new story of your childhood, like revise it, as if none of that happened. You can take it, before you go and burn it, take each line and change each line. My father was so awful to me. He would say, call me names or whatever, and then say, my dad was so sweet to me. He would always call me darling and give me a hug or something before I went to bed at night and tuck me in or something. You can change it like that. And it might be really hard to do that. That's the first thing you could do. Change every line, and then take that old story and ceremoniously burn it and read the new story as you're burning that. Or if that doesn't work for you, revising it, because sometimes it's hard, burn the old story, get rid of it, write a brand new story of what you want your life to be like now rather than revising your childhood if you find that hard. And then before you've gone and done that, I would write a letter to each person that wronged you and hurt you in your life, and write down all your feelings you feel, everything you remember, and read it to them as if they're sitting in a chair in front of you out loud, and then go and burn those letters as well and get rid of all of that shit, all of it, darling. Just burn it all, get rid of it all. And as you're burning it, say your new affirmations like, I am the new me. I'm the best version of me now. My past does not define me. Death to the old me. I am reborn. I'm like a phoenix from the ashes. Okay? And then have a whole lot of affirmations about how you're chosen and no one would dare hurt you. You're too special to lose. Because you're so special and so wonderful, and you're born for a purpose, to be on this planet, to be loved and wanted, and you deserve all that. And really go work on the new you, darling. Hang on, guys. I'm going up. How to get clarity on if I even want someone in my life. Well, darling, you either do or you don't. You would know. So if you're not sure yet, just let it play out. If you're in love with them, you're in love with them. But if you're not, you're making up your mind about them, just let it play out how it plays out, and just imagine that they're wonderful to you, and then you can decide how you're feeling later. Oh, what's this, Nat? What did you do? Where's the first part? Is there another part of this? Oh, God, so many messages I missed. Today I saw 3 separate purple cars, and I picked my oil gas glass decanter I had, and I thought of it breaking, and it slipped out and smashed, but that was vast manifestation. Oh, I do shit like that all the time, darling. I remember once I was like, that plant doesn't really look good in that silver pot. It really needs to be gold. It really needs to be a different color. And the next day, as I was watering it, I smashed the whole thing. I was like, well, that now needs a new pot. It's terrible when you do that shit. I was just listening to video 25. Oh, good, guys. So if you're looking for particular video numbers, just remember you can type them and search the YouTube. Search the number, because I have put them in the description and the title. It's hard to read because it's at the end of the title, but hang on, guys. I'm scrolling up because I missed a lot. Carla, I've been listening to affirmations for over a week. I've been having nightmares the last 2 nights, very vivid. Oh, look, guys, it can happen. It's your brain fighting you. Just push through, or stop the sleep affirmations if you really need to, and just do them during the day, but push through if you can. So I asked about my SP that said he loved me but can't leave his third party because of family culture, but he wants to meet just for living in the moment soon. How can I see it as not being used? Why are you assuming you're going to be used? Why aren't you assuming he deeply, passionately loves you and he can't imagine his life without you, and he just has to see you because you're the love of his life, darling? Yvonne, the fact that he's with someone else, and you've written, how can I see it as not being used, tells me everything about this situation. That's got nothing to do with family culture. And I know that anyway, because you've literally picked someone who's not going to pick you and choose you. But now you've got this added thing of used. Were you used as a kid, or do you feel just so shit about yourself and so not good enough that you would even assume someone would use you? Someone can only use you if you assume you're being used. If you feel so low in yourself that you would assume using. A person who's high up on the throne doesn't think someone's going to use them. Meghan Markle wouldn't think anyone would use her, right? That's coming from your deeply, badly in the toilet self-concept that's going on, where you feel like no one wants you and you're not chosen, and this guy doesn't even love you and he just use you for sex. You've got to really pull your self-concept out of the toilet of the not chosen, I'm not good enough, I get used shit, darling, and assess why that's happening, and then start saying, of course he loves me. He's dying to see me. That's why he wants to see me. He just wants to look in my eyes. He just can't wait to even just stare into my eyeballs is all he wants. He just wants to hear my voice and stare into my eyes and hug me. That's all he wants from me, is just my presence. Just my presence alone is enough for him. None of this, he's going to sleep with me shit. And if you're really worried about it, don't sleep with him, and then affirm that that's all he wanted was just to see you. And don't go and act in the 3D thinking you need to do something, because then you're going to feel more used until you get your self-concept on point. I wouldn't be sleeping with him until you don't feel used, because that's you, darling, thinking you're going to be used. Understand? Really work on that self-concept shit. Yes, sleep affirmation background music is a little loud. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm turning it on. I can't do anything about it now, but the next one I will. Sorry, guys. I have a list of what I want in the SP I haven't met yet. How do I treat the list? Do I read it several times a day? Yes, you can. Or just imagine him in your bed every night. You know what the list's got in it. My SP hasn't talked to me for days now, but I'm just affirming that's because he's thinking about ways to ask me, right? Yes, absolutely, darling. Just give it excellent meaning. Excellent meaning. He's fallen down a well, or he's been composing a text and he's deleting it and composing it again because he wants it to be perfect. Looking all good and glowing. Oh, thank you, darling. Roxette Loz, how do our thoughts transfer to our specific person? How does thought transmission work? I did a whole video on this, guys. It's my first video I did that was exclusive to YouTube, okay, with the pink title thumbnail, okay? But, darling, it's literally how manifestation works. You were thinking all the time the thoughts that they then played out in the 3D. They broke up with you, didn't they? You were thinking they didn't love you, and then they didn't love you. You were thinking they were drifting away from you, and then they did. You were thinking there might be a third party maybe, and then there was. You were thinking you weren't chosen, and then there was a third party. You didn't have to think up the third party. It's constantly happening, guys. We are all one. We are all linked, and that's how all manifestation works. It's just oneness. We are all linked through one consciousness, and everyone feels and hears everyone else's thoughts without realizing it's happening. It's just how the world works, just how your subconscious works. It's how manifestation has always worked. That's why talking about the universe is so fucking dumb, because it's reflected from you to other people. It's not reflected from you out to here and then something decides. It goes from you to them and back again. Loz, I heard that when we remember something that happened, we are actually remembering the last time we remembered it, not the actual event. Yes, exactly. And this is why we change the story. Yes, because all of this is a memory, guys. You can't take yourself back in a DeLorean to the event, can you? So all you're remembering is the remembering of it. And that's why people's memories change over time. And that's why when you get two children as adults talking about the same event, their memories of the event will be completely different, because it's their memory of their memories, not the memory of the event. It was a really amazing show I watched in England, and it was called, oh fuck, Mr. Burns, and it was about Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, but it was about, there was a post-apocalyptic opera, and it basically was set in America in the future where an apocalypse happened, an electrical apocalypse, and there were only a few people left on the earth, and they had no television and no electricity anymore, and they had to go back to caveman kind of times of having fire and no light and everything. And they would, the first part of the play, they talked about an episode of The Simpsons. And then it showed you 15 years later them talking about the same episode again, and then another 15 years later them talking about it again, and the story changed because none of them could remember it the same way. And it was one of the only TV shows they could remember fully, and everyone's memory of it. It was just really interesting how everyone's memory changes. It was really interesting. It was a great show. One of the greatest things I've seen. Loz, maybe you can choose about 15 of us before you release your videos, and we could do quality control and give you feedback, just a thought. Oh, that's a good idea. That's good thinking. Part 2. Where's part 1, Brianna? Hang on. Whoa. I can't see this part 1. After doing so good with self-concept, I reacted to the 3D and called my SP, but he declined my call. I started having doubts, but today he texted me and said he hasn't had time to talk lately. Part 2 also said he doesn't know how to wrap his head around what's going on around everything right now, and he'll call me soon. So I just gave a good meaning. He still loves and cares about me. Yes, darling, that's a lovely message. There's nothing wrong with that. Just give it all good meaning, okay? Is there another part to this? Well, yes, give it all good meaning, darling. He didn't say fuck off and die. Just imagine it's all good meaning. He's just trying to process his feelings. Think he's just processing his feelings. He just doesn't want to know exactly how to phrase it. He's a guy. Just give it the meaning that he's a guy. He's overwhelmed with feelings right now. He doesn't know how to fix this or whatever, and he's just trying to figure it out in his own mind. And I'm going to give him time, and when he's ready, he's going to talk to me. He's going to say all the things I want to hear, because he loves me and he wants this as much as I do. Give it all good meaning, darling, okay? And give him his space. Laura's been doing your night affirmations since Saturday and wondering if that's what's triggered my subconscious to trigger me today. Could be, guys. Your subconscious does not like the changes, okay? It could be triggering you during the day. It could be giving you nightmares during the night, make you feel anxious when you wake up. It's a whole lot of shit. What's this, darling? Paula, it's my 6th night of your nightly manifestation video. I'm feeling tired now. What do you think this is, Loz? Yeah, guys, look, it can really tire you out because your brain just is used to it running the show at night, it dreaming whatever dreams it likes to dream, it putting all the old shit in there. And when you're trying to change it and it's trying to rest, it's like, fuck, what is this shit? I don't want this bitch to listen to this tomorrow night. I'm going to give her nightmares, or I'm going to make her really fucking tired. I'm going to keep waking her up in the night. I'm going to throw the phone across the room. I'm going to do all kinds of shit to stop this. I do not want to be reprogrammed. It's like a little kid who doesn't want to go to bed. It's chucking a fucking tantrum. What's this, Beckstar? Holy crap, I'm mind blown right now. I can't see what it is. Wait. Boss lady, I've been affirming that I'm always relaxed and comfortable while driving on the interstate. Even while driving, I'm affirming I am white-knuckled. It's been months. Do you have any suggestions? Oh, I saw this at the beginning of the live, darling. And you said, don't say it's about past lives. Because it's not about past lives. Darling, if something happened to you, obviously, as a child, where you were scared of being hurt, okay? Were you in a car accident as a child? Was someone else in a car accident? Was there something where you felt unsafe in some way, like an accident happened to you, okay? Or you were in a car and therefore you don't like cars because something happened in a car, like you're abused in a car, and something might have happened in a car, on a road, in a bus, on a train, something that was moving or something happened, or you were in a car accident, something like that. And if it wasn't that, it was just the feeling of being out of control, like something's going to harm you. Okay, what happened in your childhood where you got harmed in some way, and so you actually fear getting harmed, and you feel like other people are going to harm you. You're when you're in a car, you're out of control, and you can't control your surroundings. Have a little think what that might have been, darling. Hang on, Beckstar. Loz, I heard that when we mind blown right now. Yes, okay, that's what you're talking about. I have to say the sleep affirmations are amazing. I feel so great about myself. Happy, unbothered. It's amazing. Oh, good, Kelly. Yay. Out of curiosity, what would happen if two people in your group wanted to manifest the same SP? You're in your own separate reality, darling. You can manifest them over there in their reality, and they can do that over there, and you can do it in yours. It doesn't matter. How many people are manifesting Harry Styles? When I wake up while listening to the affirmations, it sounds like neighbours rambling. My subconscious acting like a fool. Oh, my God, really? I put myself in my place. What the hell? Sounds like neighbours rambling. That's so funny. Well, people were saying about Dylan James, it sounded like a demon when they woke up. Is affirming the same as just thinking in our minds and imagining? Yes, guys. And also, how many affirmations should we have? It's just new thinking, darling. It's just new thinking as if it's true. Okay, so I would have 5 really major ones, main ones that you say a lot for your self-concept, and as many as you like to rampage about your self-concept, but only a few for your SP, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, as many as you can remember. Not too many, guys. Loz, have you had 2 SPs at the same time? Well, not been with them, like sleeping with the 2 of them at the same time, but I've had one come back while I'm with the other one. Yes. Hello to everyone. My first live. We make a move towards SP first after separation. Does that mean it's more possible to repeat the old story? Look, guys, you can make the first move all you like. It's just your story behind it. And the fact that you're asking me makes me think you're not so confident about doing it, right? If you were confident, you wouldn't ask me. Okay, so when you're in the state of complete confidence about the outcome, that's when you go and approach them, but not before then. Okay? But if you've got an old story that they're not going to reach out to you, or they're stubborn, they're upset with you, then you will feel like you have to reach out. Yes. So what's the old story? Hi, my love, got your email. Since listening to your affirmations, old SP3 came back and an X came back. Don't want either of them. Really? Last night you sounded like a damn demon. It was hilarious. Oh, did I? Oh, no, I sound like a demon now, like Dylan James. Jesus Christ. I don't want to sound like a demon. That's terrible. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. How to get clarity on, or even if I want someone in my life. Well, you'll know, darling. You'll know. I think I answered that already. How can I manifest a pass an audition? Imagine you already have the part, darling, or you already have the role or whatever it is, or the role in the play or the TV show, or you're singing on the stage. You've already got it, okay? I love being Elsa in this stage version of Frozen. I got that audition so easily, whatever it is. Hey, Loz, would you recommend listening to your sleep meditation instead of my own? Look, guys, up to you. If you've got your own, do your own if you prefer. Even if I still don't want to go, I still need the invite. What's this? Yeah, well, sometimes that happens, guys. I want to plan a trip with him, but he currently lives with someone else. Should I invite him or just get the trip planned, assuming he will come? Just to get the trip planning, assuming they will come, guys. But if you want to invite them, go ahead, but you've got to do it from a complete place of confidence. Just imagine you went on the trip together already, done. Hi, Loz. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. What's the holiday? Gave SP's message about, is it Thanksgiving or something, or have I missed that? Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, it is Thanksgiving. I forgot. I'm in Australia. We don't do Thanksgiving, guys. I didn't know that because my old boyfriend in America, he's American, and his birthday was Thanksgiving. He always used to give him the shits. Gave SP's message about not wanting to give. Okay, hang on. Gave SP's message about not wanting to chat good meaning. Turns out he was partying with his cousin and said he wished he'd been with me. He's spending Thanksgiving with me and meeting my BFFs. Oh, all it was. He was just with his cousin, then he'd rather been with you anyway. Now he's spending Thanksgiving with you. Oh. See, give everything good meaning, guys. That's going to be the challenge in the Facebook group next week. Give everything good meaning. Wow, there's 157 people here. Hi, guys. Hi, Ellen. I'm writing a book on my manifestation journey. Are you? Hooray. Make sure it's translated into English so we can read it, darling. I'm already up to chapter 9. Oh, my God. How do we know if old story is still playing out, dying, / new story coming in with SP, coming back, or is it going to happen in its own point out? How do we know if old story is still playing out, dying, playing out in 3D, and new story coming in? Look, guys, if it's still playing out, you'll still see old shit turning up. That's all. Don't anticipate it's going to be showing up. Oh, well, it's probably still playing out. I guess I'm going to have to do that transition period thing and that binge thing, the purge thing everyone talks about. I'm waiting. I'm going to be waiting for ages. Don't anticipate that it's still playing out. Don't anticipate there's a purge. Say it's all played out. It's all finished. I don't get any old shit anymore. Death to the old story. I don't see it anymore. It doesn't come up in my reality anymore. Obsessive thinking. I drive myself crazy sometimes. Well, stop that, Stella. You're doing that from a place of fear if it's obsessive. If it's just affirming, that's affirming. It's just thinking. Thanks. Also had a convo with Mum, and she doesn't understand while I felt unchosen or not good enough. She said I was good enough and wants me to be happy now. How to revise the old story with this? Oh, look, parents are so clueless sometimes about the way they went about things and don't understand how it caused you to feel the way you feel, darling. Don't discount your feelings just because your mum doesn't understand it and it's kind of trying to tell you you had a perfect childhood. They don't understand how what they did what to you, okay, what it did to you. So just revise your whole childhood if you need to and revise the old story and say, my mum understands me. My mum's so empathetic. My mum understands, but I don't want you to stay, Marie, in the unchosen story. Like, okay, my mum understands. Now we're moving past this now, and I'm the chosen person. And my mum's so great to me, and she understands me now, and she always listens to me, and she's always on my side. Don't dwell in the old story. Like, I've always been unchosen, Mum. Let's sit here and dwell in it and talk about it. And she's like, yes, you were, weren't you? Oh, poor you. That's a victim. Don't do that. Oh, my God, just had a breakthrough. I realised that the third party has recently found her person so that she'll be happy and won't be a problem when SP and I are together. Yes, darling, say that. Every time I see him with her, I lose hope. Well, Asian Rapunzel, you fucked them. Guys, look, why are you even looking, first of all? And secondly, I mean, if it's socials and it's on social media and you're noticing it, you really shouldn't be looking. But if it's just that they're around you, you go to school with them or something, try and just acknowledge the fact that she's there and think, well, you're here because I thought I wasn't chosen. You're here because I thought he didn't love me. And here you are. Wow, I must be really fucking powerful. My manifestation skills are huge. Okay, I created you. If I created you, I can get rid of you, bitch. Go and watch all my videos on third party, all the lives that say third parties, whatever done. Just watch all the lives back because you're not understanding you caused her to turn up. So if you keep looking at her and thinking, oh, my God, I lose hope, well, there's no hope in manifesting, darling. You either decide you and your SP are together and that bitch doesn't exist or you don't. There's no hope involved. I'm losing faith, totally insecure and consumed by my fears. Hang on, I just jumped. Hang on, whoa. Hang on, guys. I don't know why this has jumped so badly just then. I did it, Loz. We had a 40-minute convo. All was good and normal, and we're having coffee tomorrow. Thank you so much for your wisdom. Oh, thank God for that, Nat. All right. Good for you, darling. Hi, Anne. He's moving to North Carolina in 2 weeks, and I'm distraught. I feel consumed by his silence and feel powerlessness to get his love and contact back despite my attempt to type out old story. I need help. All right, Kerry. I'm losing faith, totally insecure, consumed by my fears. My beloved cheated, got violent, and left to his ex who broke his phone when he said he wanted to see me. 6 weeks of no call and blocked. He's moving to North Carolina in 2 weeks, and I'm distraught. Okay, darling. Whoa. Okay, first of all, why do you want someone back who cheated and got violent and then left to see his ex? Well, what's going on here, Kerry? You want this person back, do you? Sounds like a fucking see you next Tuesday. You want this guy who was violent with you, cheated on you, then left with his ex, and now he's got the psycho ex who's smashing his phone, and you're distraught. You want to get his love. Kerry, oh, Jesus, have you been working on your self-concept? This is the person you want back, is it? This person who treats you like crap. He sounds like a keeper. Are you for real? I don't believe in manifesting people back who are treating you like shit, darling. You've got to really, really, really assess why you even want this fucker back. And you're trying to get him back and you need his love and you're distraught. When you were a kid, darling, were you not given enough love and you were just totally neglected by your parents? Or were you abused in some way? Or do you have a really violent household? Something fucking happened to you. Because if this is the kind of person you're trying to get back and you're distraught about this person, I ask you, are you okay, Kerry? That's full on what you just wrote. Read that again. Would you give that advice to a friend? Oh, he got violent with me and cheated on me, but he's my beloved. And now he's with an ex who smashes his phone and I really need to get him and I'm distraught. You'd be like, bitch, you need a therapist, is what you would say to that friend. Read it again, what you just wrote, Kerry. I'm not paying out on you. I'm just saying your self-concept must be so low because either you were abused or there was violence in your household or you were neglected completely or abandoned in some way in childhood because something is fucking going on there that you would even want this person. And nothing is going to change if you don't change that self-concept. He will come back and he'll be violent with you again and cheat again and treat you the same way he did before if you don't see you differently and him differently. He can change, but in order for that to happen, you have to change. You have to be the person who doesn't get distraught over a guy who bashes her up. You have to be not distraught about a person who cheats on you. You have to think, fuck, I'm better than this shit. You better turn up being the person who loves me and adores me and dotes on me and treats me beautifully. Otherwise, you're out. You've got to step into the state of the girl who doesn't get treated like that, darling, and then he won't treat you like that anymore and they'll be coming back loving you. But until you feel loved and wanted and loved by him and loved by you, that won't be happening anytime soon. I'm sorry I haven't probably given the answer you wanted, but this is about your self-concept. He's simply reflecting you. A person who's violent towards you, a person who cheats on you is reflecting your thoughts about you being not good enough, not lovable, not enough, abandoned, not wanted. What's going on with you, darling? I ask you. Brianne, how do I create a new story of my SP always talking to me? I manifest him back and I don't want to continue the lack of communication. Well, why are you assuming there's going to be a lack of communication? You're assuming before you've even started when you got him back that it's not going to be enough communication. He doesn't communicate with me enough. You're even anticipating it's not going to happen. You're not going to get the communication you want. He's constantly communicating with me. He's not like he used to be. Before I remember when he used to not contact me hardly at all. Now he rings me every fucking day. He drives me in crackers. I have to hang up the phone half the time because I'm with my friends. Like that, darling. I think my self-concept is working. I've covered my hair for years due to bullying, and today I wore my hair in a natural afro. Oh, darling, love a natural afro. I'd love to have a natural afro. Embrace that shit, darling. Wonderful. God, I'd love to have big afro hair and just wake up in the morning with that bing. Oh, God, the dream. Living the dream, darling. I feel like I'm in a rut with my manifesting and even reacted 3D. How do I overcome this? Darling, don't worry about it. Look, you can have a rut. You can have a moment, okay? Just jump back on the horse tomorrow. Go and have a big fucking cry and just write down all the things you did before. Oh, well, shit, all this shit that I just created. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm the new me, okay? Just affirm harder. Go affirm like a bitch, darling. 1 of 2. I was feeling confident, so I called SP. We didn't talk for a week. He picked up, but he answered as if he deleted my number. When he realised it was me, he was rude and hung up in my face. Texted asking, what was that about? And I haven't heard from him since. Why? What can I say or do? You're not going to be able to say or do anything. Guys, some of you just aren't getting this. Saying or doing anything isn't going to do anything. If you're coming from desperate, needy energy and you're ringing them up because you feel like you need to because you hadn't spoken for a week and he reacts badly, it's all because they're reflecting your fearful thoughts. Doing or saying anything is not going to make any difference, Cindy. You've got to imagine he loves you, got to imagine a story about the reason he acted like that. He was drunk, he was out with his friends, he was embarrassed, he didn't want to answer the phone in front of them. Whatever story will help you about why he's doing that, okay? And you've got to stop being in desperate need energy to feel like you have to do things. How to manifest making money successfully online. I make money in my sleep. I make so much passive income. When I wake up in the morning, I've had so many sales. Okay, I've got so many clients online or so many sales online or I've sold out of stock online. My online business is booming. Loz, I had a dream about SP messaging me while listening to your 8-hour meditation. Oh, wonderful, guys. It's on my YouTube, guys, if you haven't heard it. It's 8-hour sleep meditation. What to do if I'm torn about which SP to affirm for? Is it better to change the story of the one I was with for a long time and get that one back or affirm for the new one I dated briefly but fell for? Brandon, only you can decide that, darling. You'll know which one you're in love with eventually. You can affirm for them both and see which one, may the best person win. You can have visualizations with both. It's up to you, darling. It'll play out the way it's meant to play out for you. Thank you, Loz. I've written 3 letters so far. I have a few to go. We'll write more soon. Wonderful, darling. Love that, Lisa. No, I don't do one-on-one coaching anymore. Sorry, darling. It's probably very confusing watching the lives back where I'm saying, if you want to call with me, they were really old lives. I kind of gave up but kept thinking positive enough of us together, and people would talk about calling him when I would do this at work, and he texted me, hey, and I got a new jacket today. Oh, Laura, wonderful. Patricia, hi, Loz. How to get rid of spiraling of trust issues when SP does something to trigger the old story. Okay, so if you you start spiraling and they're there, you can take yourself away, go to the toilet, or go and put yourself in, say, I've got to get something out of the car or something, go sit in the car for a minute, get away from them. Okay, if you're feeling like you're going to say something or do something to react in the 3D, okay, but affirm while they're there as well in your head. And if you're getting triggered by the old story, you've really got to work on your self-concept more and more and more, okay, before you see them as they're there. I've been listening to your self-concept going to sleep for the past 3 days, and I've been sleeping well and waking up so much better. Oh, wonderful, Bianca, great. Should I buy tickets for a trip with him? Just assume he will come with me. Just assume, darling. Been doing self-concept in SP for 2 months and a lot of BBLs. What are some affirming when blocked? Well, don't assume you're blocked, darling, okay? Don't assume you're blocked. Imagine he's constantly calling, texting you. If you keep thinking you're blocked, you'll be blocked. My SP hasn't contacted me in a few days, but I keep persisting. I already know his mind, so I don't interact because he gets stressed. Don't worry about it, darling. Just a few days. Don't freak out. Hi, Loz. You look amazing. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, darling. Loz, this is a new one. Does being a trans hinder manifestation relative to music? Being trans hinder, darling, what? Have you got a brain? Have you got a subconscious? You've got the same subconscious as everyone else. It doesn't matter if you're trans, bi, homosexual, heterosexual, pansexual, have one leg. It doesn't matter. No. I've had calls with trans people. They manifested fine. No. My SP is back in LA since yesterday after being stuck in Paris all during the lockdown. He hasn't contacted me yet, but I'm giving it the meaning that it's just because he wants to surprise me. Yes, Clara, give it that meaning. Absolutely. He's going to surprise you with a beautiful something. He's just dying to see you and he wants it to be perfect. Absolutely not. Thank you, Lord. Yes, I've started writing I'm chosen priority affirmations because I know I have affirmed he is in love with me, and that is true. Now I love movement for him. Now I would love movement for him to be with me. We'll just assume there's movement, darling. There is always movement. I just can't see it. It's happening behind the scenes. He's thinking about me constantly. He's obsessed with me. His life's gone to shit without me. He can't cope without me. Hi, Loz. How can you get my SP to commit to me? He's married to another person. Well, Meryl, why do you want someone who's married? Do you feel unchosen? Do you feel not good enough? Do you feel that's all you're going to get? I ask you. Sometimes, guys, you've got to assess why you want a married person. That's a huge I am not chosen thing, okay? Because you literally can't be chosen by them because they've chosen someone else, okay? I would work on the I'm not chosen shit and imagine you and him together and married, and how that comes about will come about, but you really need to work on the I'm not chosen. That's why you chose that person, because they're unavailable and can't love you because you feel unlovable and unchosen. So they literally can't choose you. Got it? Hey, Loz, so glad to have made this live. Time difference is a bummer. Oh, yes, but guys, I do a live for, I don't know where you are, but I do a live which is 8 p.m. Australian time and 9 a.m. UK time before this one on Tuesdays. So there's 9 p.m. And then 8 p.m. Australian time, which is 9 a.m. UK time, or this 9 p.m. EST. So whichever time, end of the day, would work for you, although maybe you're in a completely different country than those and none of them work. Can you manifest for other people? Yes, darling, I do it all the time. Just imagine lovingly for them, whatever it is you want. Affirm for them as well. I unfollow Sammy. She is confusing. She is unsure of what she's saying in most times. Anyway, thank God we have Loz. Oh, really? Is she really getting confusing now? I thought her last couple of videos that people asked me to watch, not the recent ones, but the one where she said I'm giving up Neville or whatever, was so confusing. And a lot of people getting very confused. And so they were coming on my live and asking me to watch it. So I went and watched it and thought, she's confused about what Neville teaches. So she thinks she's suddenly defected from Neville, but actually what she started saying was exactly what Neville teaches. So I think she's more confused about what Neville actually taught more than anything. And then she's confusing people in the video, I guess. But if you're getting confused by people, guys, just stop watching them for a while until they get unconfused. I use affirmations and visualization, and my SP contacted me, and third party is gone, but he's back as my BFF. I relived my visualizations, but him as my friend, and he told me, I want to be your friend for life. What? Oh, okay. I contacted me, and third party is gone, but he's back as my BFF. So you want him as just your BFF, darling? And told me, I want to be your friend for life. I read my visualization, but as my friend. Oh, okay. But him as my friend. So you did it, and that's what you wanted. Oh, wonderful, darling. All right. Well, it's 2:30 a.m. here in England. My sleeping pattern is weird. Oh, no, Sarah. Hi, Loz. Living in the end. Oh, you know that I do a UK one. I did it earlier. So 9 a.m. UK is going to be this YouTube live on Tuesdays. Hi, Loz. Living in the end and mostly working on self-concept. A man at work called me beautiful. 2 men in the line of the store let me go ahead of them. And then, bam, my boyfriend called himself my husband all in one day. Oh, Danielle. Love it. I've been shutting it off while I sleep. Oh, no. Subconscious really fighting it. Oh, Marie. It can happen. Finding it so hard to forgive myself for creating my worst nightmare of worthlessness. I am aching for him, and now I don't know if he will ever speak to me again. I'm really trying, but so scared. Okay, Kerry, you still haven't told me what the fuck happened to you in childhood. There's something going on with you. If you are putting this guy on such a pedestal that you feel so worthless, and you're using words like, I'm aching for him. Kerry, why is this guy so special? He sounds like an asshole to me, and you've got him up like this. Kind of like the same self-esteem as a person who's in love with a jailbird. He's so wonderful. He's in jail writing letters to 500 other women, but I love him. That's what you sound like, Kerry. I'm aching for him. Can you please assess, first of all, what the fuck happened to you in childhood and tell me? Because something's going on here with you. Something happened where you were so severely neglected or given such a lack of love or abused so fucking badly that you would want this kind of treatment back from a person and then ache for this person who abused you. Tell me what happened to you, darling. I'm confused why you want this person back. Would love to hear more about how you did this. Did you want the 3P gone and just be friends? Oh, okay. Are you doing, Laura? I have a question. I'm manifesting SPX and been going out with friends and getting hit on and got some people with social media. Is it bad to hang with other guys? No, guys. While you're manifesting, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. You can date a million guys for life. Get all the attention in your life. I just say I'm the only person that can manifest my desires. That's one for done. Is it an obsession if you're affirming for your SP every day or manifesting him every day? You're manifesting all the time, guys. You're going to think about them every day, aren't you? So if you're doing SP affirmations for them during the day, fine, but I would focus more on your self-concept, please. Think about you more than them. Well, someone said, if I say SP is never stubborn and prideful with me, it's actually focusing on what I don't want. Is that what that will persist? Change it to, I love that my SP is always humble and, well, flexible with me. What do you think about using negative words when affirming? I remember when he used to be so stubborn. You can say things like that. I remember when he used to be so prideful. He's not like that anymore. Okay? But you can say he's never stubborn. Look, I don't believe this shit about I never get a cold, right? And I always say I never get sick. So I never get sick. I don't believe this shit about don't say the negative word. But if it conjures up images of him being stubborn, then yes, then I would say, depends what happens in your brain, guys. It's your own individual subconscious that gets affected. You have to assess it. So if that makes you feel like he's still stubborn in your mind, then don't say the word stubborn and say what you said. The next thing. I was listening to the nighttime affirmation tape the other night, and when I woke up, my subconscious made it out like it sounded like the devil. It was weird. I scared myself. Oh, no, I'm turning into Dylan James' demon voice with you guys. That's so annoying. Where can I learn about parallel realities? Darling, it's just stepping into the state of the new you. That's all it is. It's not as woo-woo as it sounds. We're all in separate realities, and within your reality, there are all these parallel realities where everything already exists, and you're just going, I'm now not married, now I'm stepping in the state of married. It's simply that. That's it. That's it. But look, put in YouTube and look up the top videos about parallel realities, I guess. Yes, my subconscious is really overworking the past 2 days. I've been having nightmares of someone trying to hurt me, but I always get away though. Oh God, Brianna, that's not good. Jesus Christ. Yes, Loz, I was in a car accident when I was a child. Oh, well, there you go. I already revised it several times in several ways. Well, there you go, darling. So that's what it's about. Okay. Not a past life. It's because when you're a child, you're in a car accident. Okay. So go and revise it. And then you can say things like when you're driving, imagine when you get in the car, you're in a protective bubble. I say this about my car because it's brand new, okay? And I say, my brand new car is in a protective bubble and nothing ever happens to my car because it's fully protected at all times, never gets bumped, never gets anything. No, I didn't say it never gets anything. I just say it's in a protective bubble. And as soon as you get in the car, close the door and imagine this bubble of protection around you. It could be an iron bubble, could be a clear bubble, but it's made of strong stuff. Okay, nothing can get through. I'm constantly protected. I'm in a protective bubble and things just bounce off my protective bubble. Okay, I'm in a protective bubble at all times. Okay, just to have that visualization. Okay, and as you're driving, you can say, I love driving in my little protected bubble. I'm so protected. My car is so safe. I love to drive. I love driving. I'm such a safe driver, and everyone around me drives so safely. Everyone around me drives so safely. I'm such a safe driver. I am in such a protected bubble. I love to drive. I so enjoy driving now. I remember when I didn't enjoy driving. I remember when I used to be so scared when I used to drive. Say that while you're driving. Out loud if you can. I knew it was something, so it's not a fucking past lifetime. Yes, my subconscious. Oh, hang on. I woke up while listening to your affirmations and it was completely silent, but the video was running crazy. I thought I went deaf. What? So it was running, but it had gone quiet. Had you turned down the sound or something on your phone or something? What? Oh, fuck these subconsciouses. They are so powerful, guys. They can make videos go silent and turn me into a fucking demon. I listened to your night affirmations and had a dream my house was robbed. Woke up thinking about how my love is magical and once in a lifetime. Oh, gosh. Jesus, guys. Actually, I had a vivid dream last night too. I can't remember what it was, but I was listening to them too. I have to try it every night and see what happens. I listened to the Douchy or whatever his name is, or whatever his name. Yeah. I just said or whatever his name is, and then you wrote whatever his name is. His affirmation takes is so good. Yes, I used to listen to him when I used to want to turn off my monkey mind. And I used to listen to him a lot. Douchy, he's got a lot of subscribers. He's got a nice voice. You've got to find someone who's got a voice you like. I don't know about his manifestation ones, but his voice is nice. He's a bit law of attraction-y, but his voice is lovely. When I listen to your sleep affirmations, I have the volume on really low where I can just hear it. Then after a while, I end up blocking it out and not hearing anything as I fall asleep. Is that okay? Yeah, sometimes I've got it on and I can't hear it at all. And all of a sudden, if I really concentrate, I can hear it again. Happens to me. I think, oh, is it turned off? But then it's still on. It's like my brain's gone deaf for a second. Hello, Loz. I can't believe you're here on YouTube. I'm so happy for you. Oh, thank you, Jelly. I can hear it again when I focus on it a bit. After a while, it'll block out as far as I fall asleep. That's what happens to me. And I'll think, oh, it's stopped. Happens to me all the time. And I'll wake up and think, oh, did they stop overnight? And then if I really concentrate, I can hear it again. I do the exact same thing. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. May I ask what you did? Oh, talking about the third party. Did I answer this Jessica Davis thing? What did she say? Did I read it? I might have missed it. Write it again if it's a success story and I missed it. Well, it's the 7th night, gung-ho on the next 14 nights. I'm not quitting. Oh, good, Paula, good. I love all the success stories. I'm affirming I'm next. Wonderful, Chelsea. Paige, I'm manifesting SPX and been going out. Oh, I saw that one. Loz had constant weekly contact with SP this month, saw him on Thursday, noticed he took me off watch activity yesterday, and today I text him saying, hi, I'm blocked. It didn't go through, not sure what I did. Oh, Whitney, what? Had constant weekly contact with him this month, saw him Thursday, noticed he took me off watch activity. What's watch activity? Guys, please stop searching for if you're blocked. Did you go and search to see if he took you off there? Did you go and search to see if you're blocked? I hope you weren't checking, because just the checking will cause the blocking. Don't go checking. You're anticipating blocking. You're anticipating him not talking. You're anticipating turning you off the watch, whatever, and then he does. Did you do that? Please don't do that. Or are you thinking, this is too good to be true. I can't believe how much this has worked. Maybe he's going to block me. Maybe he's going to pull away. Oh, if it's been a day, why has he gone cold? Maybe he's not going to talk. Maybe this is too good to be true. What were you thinking? What fearful thoughts were you thinking? And if not, it's the old fearful thoughts from before still playing out, darling. I've been feeling so good about my affirmations showing up in 3D. Don't know what happened. Were you checking? Listened to your affirmations again last night. I had a dream about my ex for the first time in ages. She was with someone else and I woke up having a panic attack. Oh, that's not the story I want to hear, darling. Jesus. Look, guys, sometimes it really doesn't like it and it'll give you a whole lot of nightmares to stop you listening to it. And that's one of the nightmares. Don't give it any bad meaning. Hi, Lois. Been manifesting rut and reacted 3D. How do we get out of it? I told you, darling. Just get out of it. Have a cry and just get back on your affirmations stat. A lady in the market told me how awesome I look today out of nowhere. Oh, love that, Rachel. Yes, subconscious is so powerful. I remember waking up the other week to my earphones around my neck and the earpiece is not even in my ears. Subconscious tried strangling me. Oh, my God, Sarah. Your love affirmation fall asleep track is so relaxing. Oh, good. Yay. Hi, Loz. My question was skipped. Lots of birds for land. No contact since SP blocked me based on third parties sending me messages acting like she's him 6 months ago. Best way to get contact. Okay. So if that all happened, darling, go and revise that entire story. Okay. Imagine you never got those messages from her. It was him messaging you, wanting to talk to you or something. Just forget that third party ever existed or any of that shit happened. If you've gone and done that, wrote it all out as if it was different, I would do that, revise it completely and change that story. Okay, because you're keeping the third party alive by even imagining that story and ruminating about that story and imagining what that meant or whatever, okay? And just imagine you and him together to banish that third party completely from your mind and say things like, no one compares to me. Any girl he was ever with just reminded him that they weren't me, and now he's blissfully happy with me. He missed me so much. He can't believe how far, you know, we came, and now we're so happy together, and he can't believe he even went off with someone else. He can't even remember her name. She's dead to him now. Imagine you're already together though. Childhood. Dad was a sociopath, violent, scary, tyrant, misogynist, abused us all and mum. Oh, fuck. Well, here we go. I ran away and was emancipated at 15. I became a recording artist, moved to England, changed my life healing path. Well, it hasn't changed that much, darling, because you're still attracting the same fuckwit in your dad, in a person that was like your dad. You got that? You might have changed, but you're still attracting the same kind of guy, right? So now I know that. Created healthy, beautiful, self-loving life in UK, met SP online. He was incredible, poems every day, intense connection, left all for him, and slowly he became disrespectful and abusive. He was incredible, poems every day, intense connection, left all for him. What did you leave for him? What, you abandoned your entire fucking life for this person? And he slowly became disrespectful. Well, no wonder, because you felt you needed to change or whatever you were doing for him. He became disrespectful and abusive. Shocked. You're shocked? Have you read what happened in your childhood? You're shocked by that, are you, darling? You're shocked that someone turned out to be exactly like your dad, because deep down what you're going to do subconsciously is assume anyone who loves you is going to treat you like your dad. You're shocked, are you? Don't be shocked. That's what your subconscious believes is going to happen. It's going to anticipate it. I am going to get constantly hurt. When I fall in love with someone, they're going to disappoint me. When I fall in love with someone, they're going to betray me. They're going to abuse me. They're going to treat me like shit eventually. Eventually, this other shoe will drop. Everything will be fine at first, and then the other shoe is going to drop, and this will all go to shit. And you might not have thought that once consciously. But, darling, if you put them on such a pedestal and you've left all for him, I don't know what the fuck that means, but if you left even one thing, like a hobby you were doing for him, or stop hanging out with your friends for him, or change your life for him in any way, that tells me that you've got put this guy on such a pedestal that all he could do was go like this. Hi, Kerry. I've totally got no respect for you now because you've become a minion who does everything I want and changed your whole life for me and left all for me, and now I've got no fucking respect for you whatsoever. And the girl I thought you were when you came in, you're not that girl anymore, and you've become a minion to me, and now I'm this misogynistic, narcissistic guy, gets everything he wants, and now I'm just going to treat you like the person you are who's so far below me because you've turned into that. Right? What's this, Whitney? What do you suggest I affirm more in my self-concept? He asked me if I was off for the holiday last Thursday, so I texted him because I wanted to see him this week for Thanksgiving, and it didn't go through. What do you mean it didn't go through? Okay, well, did you send it again? I don't understand this, darling. What is it you want, darling? You want to see him for Thanksgiving and now you're not seeing him and you're upset? Definitely work more on your self-concept, yes. Kerry, and now my self-concept is fucked. All I have left is him. And suddenly he went crazy and only one night got violent with me. Oh, only one night. Well, that's okay then, is it? Oh, that's all right. Yes, it's all right if a guy only bashes you up for one night. If it was 2 nights, that's too many. But 1 night is fine, apparently, Kerry. Read what you just said. I made him leave. Oh, did you? And was shocked at himself too. He's usually docile. Darling, they don't know why they act the way they do. If you have an anticipation that men in your life are going to be violent towards you and treat you like shit, they will do that even if they're not like that at all and they're normally docile. Your subconscious is forcing him to turn into your dad. You understand this? All I have left is him. Seriously, darling, assess yourself. If you were working on you and then you dropped everything for him and you're saying things like, all I have left is him, because you left your whole fucking life for him, and now you're wondering why a person would disrespect you and treat you like shit because you left all for them and all you have left is them. They don't marry the slave. They don't marry the slave girl. They marry the queen. Did the queen give up being the queen when she met Philip? Did she go, oh, I don't want to undermine your masculinity, so I'm not going to be the queen. I'll just give this all up for you. I'll leave all for you. Fuck, Kerry. Jesus Christ. Assess why you put this guy on such a pedestal. Apparently he's like the Harry Styles of life, and he's so fucking amazing that you put him on such a pedestal. Why? Is it because you're so desperate for love, you've never felt love like this before, and so you put him on such a pedestal? If you've never felt love like this before and it was too good to be true when he turned up, what you've done is put him on such a pedestal, darling, that he can do nothing but look down at you. You need to rip that fucker down, and you need to put yourself up there with working on your self-concept like an obsessive bitch. All of you are my hope, so I'm trying to push through and keep persisting. It's so hard. Whitney, just get your fucking shit together with your self-concept, please. Look, okay, so they didn't spend Thanksgiving with you. Tomorrow is another day. It's just one day. It's like when they don't call you on your birthday. It's fucking devastating. Don't throw the baby out there with the bathwater because there's this one event that was so important to you, like a holiday, and now you're getting real upset. Guys, don't let one thing throw you, please, like a holiday or a birthday. All right? Gigi, thanks, Loz, for doing this. You're welcome, darling. What do you think about shifting realities and meditation? What about it? I'm not going to make one of them, darling. It's just stepping into the state. I don't believe saying you're shifting realities. You're literally going, I'm married now. I wasn't married before. I just think people make it sound very complicated. I will do a living in the end. That's shifting realities. You can go and listen to one if you want. Lol, I thought I was the only one. Mine stops and I have to wake up 1 or 2 times to play it again. Really? Jesus Christ. Message didn't go through, that's how I noticed I was blocked. Oh, okay, so he didn't go through. Well, darling, imagine he's not blocked you. Imagine he's calling you again. Imagine you're talking every day. Imagine that. Undo the blocking in your mind. Imagine you're talking now. In the now, you're together now, talking now. All these Affirmation testimonials are hilarious. I thought it was just me thinking that the volume was down low, and another time I thought it went. It's so funny hearing everyone's thoughts. Oh, it's really weird, isn't it? I'm having a really hard time manifesting my SP. I imagine us living in the end, etc. I'm getting frustrated. I imagine us living in the end. Well, if you're getting frustrated, Rachel, it's because you feel like he's not here yet. Frustration doesn't come with living in the end. Living in the end is contentment. You're not living in the end at all. You're like, where is he? He's not here yet. You're looking at 3D, checking if he's here. That's the opposite of living in the end. Living in the end is I'm contented up here. I'm not looking out here at anything. Stop looking out here. The earphone story has me cracking up. Hi, Loz. I'm trying to focus on self-concept but have lots of intrusive thoughts. I know he loves me, but my self-concept is shit lately. All right. Well, darling, work on that. Hallie, you're like a fucking seesaw. 1 minute you're great, next minute you're fine. I'm waiting for the day when you don't come on here and tell me your self-concept's gone down the toilet again. Come here then. Come on. We'll sit here with us. All right. Who were the authors you recommended the other night on TikTok? The authors might be Neville Goddard, Florence Scovel Shinn maybe, Joseph Murphy. I've been in a manifesting rut and reacted to 3D. How do I get out of it? Don't worry, Yeshna. Just affirm like a bitch tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day, okay? Trying to, hang on. Stop saying you block Whitney. The more you say it, the more it remains like it. Yes, Sarah, exactly. Hi, Loz. He's my ex. I got rid of, got rid of third party and he's back in my life as a friend. He told me I want to be your friend for life. I don't get it. Okay. So you friend zone yourself. So you didn't want him as a friend. Okay. So just imagine you and he together as a couple. Okay. Imagine he's got having sexual fantasies about me all the time. He loves being with me. He loves lying in bed with me. He loves throwing his arms around me. Imagine him doing romantic things for you, darling. Imagine you together as a couple. Stop friend zoning yourself and start saying, I am the chosen one. He only wants me because I'm so special and so loved and so wanted, and really work on your self-concept, because when you friend zone yourself, it's feeling not wanted, feeling like you're not good enough to be the girlfriend. Okay, you need to really work on the chosen stuff. Well, she said to someone, why would they want an SP who was married? Can you please clarify if SPs who have gotten partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, third parties fall into that are off limits? Can we manifest anyone we desire? I'm not saying you can't want someone with a third party. A third party showed up if you used to be with them before. But if the person you keep picking all the time is a married person, you've really got to assess why you're picking people when you first met them that were married. You've got to think, am I feeling so unchosen that I can't even choose someone who is available? They literally won't choose you. It's like choosing an alcoholic and then choosing to stay, and then you decide to stay and you're like, but I'm in love with them. But you're like literally choosing a person who's never going to choose you over alcohol. And you've got to assess, why did I choose that person in the first place? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you can't have a person back who's got a third party or got married or whatever, but I'm saying if you really assess yourself when you first met them, were you feeling unchosen? That would be why you chose a married person. You understand? And you could change that. But you've got to assess, first of all, gee, I must have felt really unchosen when I met them. I left the country, sold everything and moved to the USA so we could be together. Oh, Kerry, Jesus Christ. How much respect do you think he has for you now if you did all that? My whole life's about you. Remember how I've become your love slave? You'd be like, oh, God, Jesus. Loz, how to deal with those negative thoughts that suddenly pop up accidentally in my head. I always replace them with positive ones, but later on negatives are coming back in my brain and breaking me. But guys, it will. It's a bitch. Your subconscious is a bitch. It's not going to let you have the new thoughts. It doesn't fucking like them. It's going to keep fighting you all the time. You've just got to be persistent. Can you further explain repetition and persistence? Okay. Guys, you've repetitively been thinking the old shit like I'm not loved, people leave me, I don't get treated well, etc. If you want that old stuff to go away, you have to repeat the affirmations a lot and you have to persist, keep saying them a lot. You expect that 44 years of thinking is going to go away after you affirm a little bit for a few days or a few weeks or a few months. It's a motherfucker, this mind of yours, guys, and those thoughts have become beliefs. You've got to say these new ones enough that they become beliefs. At the moment, they're just thoughts. Do you believe them yet? Do you believe you're fully chosen? Yet. Until you do, they're not a belief. They only become beliefs after a lot of repetitious thought. A lot of persisting in that new thinking. The old thinking, you're persisting in a lot. Now you've got to persist in the new thinking and repeat the new thinking. I've been affirming men are obsessed with me in the past and present, and SP was spam texting me yesterday when I was busy doing other things and people don't even know are messaging me first. Oh, Sarah, love it. Gotcha, Loz. Thank you so much. Mine didn't have a third party, but alas, I seem to have created one. Yeah, well, if you create one, darling, that's usually not feeling chosen now. Okay? Just sit there, please. Thank you, Loz. Oh, you had your claws clipped yesterday, didn't you? Oh, that was good, wasn't it? How to not get aggravated with people so easily. It's so bad. Some of these people making me feel anxiety. Why are people so aggravating to me? I don't know where it comes from. Seriously, lol. Okay. So people aggravate you. What about them aggravates you, darling? Just think, what is it? Is it because they keep disturbing you when you're working and you feel like you're not getting anything done, which might be about you want to get things right all the time? Or is it their opinions of you, or they were rude to you, or they're negative to you? What is it about them? What assumptions do you have about people before they aggravate you that are causing the aggravation? You've got to think, I assume people are negative, or I'm assuming people don't want to talk about me, or I'm assuming people are all about themselves, or I assume people are negative. Then you'll realize what's aggravating you. You're actually causing them to turn up that way. Can I say them while I'm crying, or should I gather myself and continue? Guys, affirm through tears for all I fucking care. That's half the time how I affirm. I don't believe in this shit about you have to be happy to affirm. That's when you should be affirming, when you're fucking crying, guys. To get past the crying. Whitney, I don't care how much you fucking cry. Just affirm through that shit. How old's the cat? She's 20. Aren't you? Are you 20? Hi, Loz. The guy I had a crush on wouldn't leave me alone because I like someone. How do I change that? The guy I had a crush on wouldn't leave me alone because I like someone. What do you mean? So you don't want him to, you want him to leave you alone? I don't understand the question, darling. I'm having coaching because I'm just feeling back to square one, really persisting right now. Maybe, what's this? Who are you having coaching with? With Kimberly or someone? Good, darling. Maybe nighttime meditation. Oh, yes, Hallie. But Hallie, you just got to stop beating yourself up. You seem to want to be in this totally zen moment all the time of like your thoughts never bother you. It's not going to happen, darling. I'm sorry. Sometimes you have negative thinking. Stop beating yourself up every time you have a negative thought. You can have a bad day, Hallie. Stop beating yourself up all the fucking time. What can you do against intrusive thoughts? You affirm the new thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are just negative thoughts you're thinking a lot, darling. They're not intruding on you. They're just negative thoughts you're noticing. You've got to have positive affirmations. Every time you have those old thoughts, have a new thought. Hi, Loz, I manifested my SP to be so busy that I barely got time for me. How do I affirm against that? That's because you feel unchosen and not good enough, and therefore you will literally assume he will not choose you and prioritize his work over you. Do you feel not chosen? That's why. I am chosen by him. I am the chosen one. He spends so much time with me because I'm so special and chosen. I've always been chosen. Stuff like that. When my kitty Iris just turned 13 and affirmed she's going to live a very long life, just say, she's the happiest 13-year-old pussycat I've ever seen. She's going to live till she's at least 20. Yeah, I self-sabotage a lot. No shit, Hallie. I'm fucking sick of hearing about it. I love you, but fucking hell. I need coaching. Who is doing that? Who are you doing it with, Hallie? He wouldn't stop bothering me. I want him to leave me alone. Oh, okay. We'll just say he never bothers me anymore. I've got my new man and that man's gone away. Okay, no one bothers me who I don't want to bother me. Excited when I saw fast change after second breakup. Thought, dang, I did it. I manifested fast this time. Focus was right. Then he said, not good to hang out. Was surprised. Suppose what would happen being 3 weeks. I manifested fast time. Focus was right. Then he said, not good to hang out. Okay, so if he suddenly said not good to hang out, were you having thoughts like, it's too good to be true? I can't believe how quick this bloody worked. Oh my God, I manifested this. I can't believe it. He was so non-committal before and look how committal he is now. This is fucking too good to be true. I can't believe this worked. And then they go, see ya. Because you're thinking it's too good to be true. I can see it in the question. Okay. So, of course it's not too good to be true. I get everything I want. Of course I get everything I want. He's fucking obsessed with me. He's just trying to act all cool and playing hard to get now. That's all it is. He's embarrassed how full on he got. That's all that was. I'm ignoring that. I'm doing coaching with Lane. Oh, Lane had 2 calls with me. Okay, good. Okay. Can you give me a good affirmation to say to make my hair regrow? I have so much hair. My hair grows like weeds. My hair grows so much I have to go and get a haircut every month. My hair grows every time I massage my scalp. My hair grows more and more. My hair grows nightly every night. Manifesting with Kimberly is good, Whitney. Yes, I would recommend her too. I don't know about Lane's coaching, but I know about Kimberly's. Well, at least a little bit. People told me. Loz, I've been affirming and working on my self-concept. I've made a lot of progress, yet I keep catching limiting beliefs I never noticed before. Is this normal? Yes, guys, because you're starting to notice all the old shit in your brain. Don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up. That's good. I keep calling this guy a psycho and in love with me, but I don't like him. If you keep calling him a psycho and in love with you, he still will be. That's your assumption. If I stop saying that, will he go away? Or should I say he's busy with his life and forgot about me? Yes, he's busy with his life and forgot about me, but stop saying he's a psycho. Guys, if you don't want people to be psycho in your reality, stop saying they are. I get confused if I'm living in the end. How can I affirm for contact? We are in no contact at the moment. If you're living in the end, guys, you're imagining they're with you. There's no separation if you're living in the end. They're with you now. You've got what you want now. You're imagining it now. There's no looking out here thinking we're in no contact. How to manifest weight loss. I'm unhappy with my body right now. My body is exactly how I want it to look. Weight fell off me. Weight is falling off me day by day. Or you can just say, I'm so wonderfully thin. Weight falls off me. Whenever I eat, I lose weight. Things like that. And then put a sticker over the scale, the amount, kilograms or pounds or whatever you want. Stand every day. Oh, look how much I weigh. Weight has completely fallen off me. Well, it's so funny with my obsession affirmation for other people. How it's like the scene in Ghostbusters where they're asked if they are God and they reply, yes, we are. And that's me. Trying to think of that scene. Thank you lots for the answer. I always know that my subconscious is playing with me. I'm doing my best to get rid of these negative ones and replacing them with my positive dominant thoughts. Good, guys. That's lovely. Oh, guys, I've got to go soon. I've been here for ages. 1 hour, 13 minutes. Hi, Loz. I see your TikToks on sending messages to him, so I've been testing this on my SP1, and he's repeating what I say. So I believe SP2 is hearing me too. I get signs. I know he's coming. Oh, wonderful. You look, guys. If the first one's doing it, the second one will do it, okay? If the one you want isn't doing it yet, they will, okay? Because you know it's working on other people. Thank you, Loz, for doing these lives and helping us. You're welcome, darling. Affirm that you're losing fat cells, specifically, otherwise you might lose muscle. You can say that. Loz, thank you so much for teaching me the correct way of manifestation to change my life. Oh, well, you're welcome. So the answer, it isn't necessary to affirm that if I'm living in the end. So the answer is, isn't necessary to affirm that if I'm living in the end. Well, no, affirming just helps you live in the end. You're living in the end by affirming. You say he loves me so much. Well, you're living in the end if he loves you. Your affirmations help you living in the end, guys. I'm humiliated by the mirror his actions have held up. I just thought I was met the love of my life and we're going long distance. Can I recover my self-concept and recreate him? I thought I was loved, so I jumped. Look, darling, it's because this love that you never felt before came along. Don't beat yourself up, okay? I can completely understand that. If you've had a shitty life and someone suddenly treated you so beautifully, your mind is just going to think, oh, my God, this is too fucking good to be true. Do everything to keep it. Don't lose him. throw away your life, move to where he lives, keep this guy. You must keep him. We've never felt love like this before. Okay, Kerry? So look, I completely understand that. Don't beat yourself up. I know I was being hard on you. What I want you to do is start really working on, I am so loved. I have always been loved. I want you to go and write a letter to everyone who wronged you in your fucking life. Get rid of that old story of your childhood and step into the new you. Okay, I might have lost my power there for a second, but now I'm back. And I'm back to the girl who really fixed herself. And I'm getting back to that girl because that's the girl he fell in love with. Get back to the girl he fell in love with, Kerry, because you totally changed. You put yourself down to bring him up. I want you to go back to the girl who fixed herself. Be that girl again, the girl he fell in love with, the girl who was the queen, the girl who was on the pedestal. Okay, really go and work on your self-concept more and more and more and write the new story of him and how he's coming in now. He dotes on me. He's just back to the old man he was before. I fucked him up there for a second, but he's back and he's loving on me and doting on me and being the man he was at the beginning, and he's writing me poems and he's doing all these things. He's the old him back again. I just fucked him up with my thinking. Now I've changed my thinking and he's back, right? It's totally doable. You undid it, didn't you? You can do it again. You did that. First night I listened to your night video, I had a dream of SP asking us to move in together. Oh, I love that, Whitney. Run with that, darling. I was in the Kansas City airport the other day and one of my affirmations was an inspirational poster. Oh, really? I love that. Actually, I noticed what would be a sign for me yesterday. I go on my walk every day, the same footpath. And when I lived in my old house, the first day I got to my old house, I went for a walk and on the footpath, someone had written a big, long story and at the end it said, love yourself. And I used to go walk past every day and say, I do. And yesterday I walked and I was having a moment, a really sad moment, and I was affirming and I looked down and it said, love is the answer. And I'd walked past this maybe 50 times already and I hadn't seen it. And I was like, and it was old. And I was like, oh, it's just like the footpath message. Now I'm going to walk past that footpath message every day and help me with that message. Right? If you see little things like that, guys, really go, well, that's working. I manifested that for myself. I manifested to see that. I manifested that sign in the airport. All right, guys, I've really got to go. I'm buggered and I've got so much shit to do today. I've got to write a gazillion emails. I'm going to get back to Whitney. I know you said intuition doesn't exist. Does that also apply for when we feel something negative in our gut? Yeah, feeling negative in your gut is you anticipate negative shit happening. But your gut is connected to your brain, guys. So it's just like your body having a reaction to all those negative thoughts you're having. It's a brain-gut connection. It's just your gut going, reacting to your shitty thinking. I heard someone say that it's better to say affirmations like, I am always on their mind instead of he is always thinking about me, because you put yourself first. Is that true? If you believe that, darling, it'll be true for you. Look, I am is the most powerful thing to say. So whatever you think you are, if you are loved by them, I am always loved by them, I am always pursued by them, sure. But it's semantics. It's up to you, darling, how you want to say it. Loz, you would kick your ass at first. What's this? Loz, with kick your ass at first, but when you are successful, she's more excited about it than we are. Oh, Loz will kick your ass at first, but when you are successful, she's more excited about it than we are. Chelsea, you love that. Loz will kick your ass at first, but when you are successful, she's more excited about it than we are, lol. Oh, Chelsea. Since I found you 8 months ago, Loz, I've been so much better with myself. I know I've had ups and downs, but honestly, I'm more obsessed with myself than ever before. I love myself. I love how I look and how great I feel, and I've never felt so great ever before. Thank you so much for your help so far. I'm forever grateful. Oh, Sarah, you're welcome. Is this Sarah UK Sarah, or is this Sarah Australian Sarah that I got a call with? Wonderful. I'm in record time. What's it saying? What do you want? I'm going to ask for the last time, Loz, how to get back the perfect version of them we had in the beginning before our shitty subconscious insecurities came in. Guys, just imagine them as that man again. Okay, he went away because I pushed him away and he turned into this asshole that I created. I undid all my thinking that caused that, and I'm back to the old me, and now he's back with a vengeance and he's fallen in love with me all over again because I'm back to the old girl I was when he met me, the queen that he met. None of my insecurities there anymore. I banished them, and so he has fallen deeply in love with me again, and he's back, and he's so grateful that I'm back to the old me. I am the new me, and so he loves the new me, which is really the old me. Okay, just be back to the new you, guys, and they'll conform. Trust me. All right, guys, I'm pretty good to go. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, guys, because I will go live every YouTube Tuesday at this time, and it will be a scheduled time, so you can't miss it. Like, the TikToks are random, okay? But this is a scheduled time of 9 p.m. EST, and I also go live 8 p.m. Australia time and 9 a.m. UK time on the same day on Tuesdays. All right, guys? Thank you so much for watching. Oh, it's UK Sarah. I'm wondering why you're awake. I thought it was you, but I thought, why would you be awake at this bloody hour? Wonderful, darling. All right. Thank you, Loz. You're awesome. You're welcome, Gigi. All right, guys. What's this? Loz, just curious about negative thoughts that I accidentally think about. Can I affirm they never happen or they will never happen? Yes, darling, do that. Absolutely. Just banish those away. My negative thinking never manifests. Only my positive thoughts manifest. All right, guys, I'm going to go. See you later, guys. And this will be posted in a minute. And I'll have a red thumbnail with white writing in a second with some of the things that we spoke about. All right, guys. See you later. Love ya. Bye.